Um. Okay. I can't hear you. Hey.
Okay, volume's muted.
Gotta love you guys. Here we go.
Oh, you want us to keep quiet now?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 333 of your Overseas Connection podcast, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is your mature gaming gateway to just a lovely bunch of people. On the show today, we have, of course, myself, Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter, and Murphy's Law on Xbox Live. Starting with my right to my left, we have good old Kim Woods.
Hi, everybody. I'm GamerGirl27 on Twitter, Twitch, Xbox, pretty much everywhere. So.
All right. Well, Kim, thanks for joining the show. How are you doing today?
Not bad. Can't complain.
Not bad. Okay.
It's nice out and the sun's shining and all that good stuff.
Exactly, which is the perfect time to be locked indoors on a podcast.
Exactly.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. And the meat in the middle, Robin Tate.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Robin Tate here from Ballymena in Northern Ireland. Bongo the Sane is the name. Insanity is the game. You'll get me on Xbox Live at Bongo the Sane and on Twitter at Bongo the Sane, and pretty much everywhere else you'll find a Bongo and a Sane. Yeah, it's nice to be on the show again, filling in for Mark, who's away having a baby tonight.
Right, yes, he's been having
the first man in the UK.
Right, labor
or maybe
pains.
the world.
I don't think the world.
I've told him to get...
Not the world.
Not the world. It's been done before.
Well, I've asked him to get the curry going tonight to help it out, because there's been a few alarms, and he hasn't been able to pop it out. But I hope all goes well, Mark, for you tonight. Yes, I'm here despite a terrible BMX accident where both of my wrists are very, very sore, and it really does affect my private nighttime activities.
Right.
But I'm here anyway, and I'll endeavour to carry on and try not to get too excited because I'm a bit frustrated. So I'm here. God help us all.
Robin,
I am the distraction.
You
I
are
am the one who knocks.
You are the distraction, indeed. Robin, two things. One, we will believe you with the BMX accident.
Right.
Yeah, right. And two, you're too old to be BMXing, Robin. At this point in time, you should be wheelchair
Never
bound.
too old. Never too old to BMX.
All right.
I'm going to be starting skateboarding classes very, very soon. Again, no, I'm not. No, yes, like the story of the BMX. My son got a new BMX, and he's 9. So I was on his old one, showing him how to do bunny hops and lift the back wheel, and this was like magic, black magic. How do you do that? And I was showing him that it's all in the movement of your hips, that you have to throw your bum up into the air to get the back wheel up. And he couldn't quite get it. But then I was getting a bit cocky and jumped off a big ramp and came down a little bit too heavy on the handlebars and staved my wrists. Never said a word to them, but yeah, I am suffering. It's terrible. But yes,
our Irish.
I don't think I'll be a BMX champion.
Yeah, I think you're our Irish version. Well, especially if you're going to be doing skateboarding classes, you're going to be like our Irish Tony Hawk.
To be sure.
Yeah. All right. And rounding out the cast today, Nicole Radowski.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, y'all. Just trying to fix my Twitch channel thingy. Yeah, I don't have any BMX stories.
No
Sorry.
BMX stories, no.
No. None.
No? None? All right. Okay. Well, I think we can talk about video games. It's kind of what we do. So let's dive into it. Well, actually, before we dive into it, Nicole, if you would be so kind, anybody in the Twitch chat room we want to shout out, besides ourselves, by the way. I'd like to point out that's
right now I have, Adam.
Adam?
See him.
Adam Ski? All right.
Yes.
Big shout out to him.
It's not cooperating.
Never mind then. Well, when you get it cooperating, take a look. Or Robin, if you have a look.
Yeah, I've got somebody there. Saladin. That's a new name.
Saladin? No, he's
there.
been there before.
He's been there. Yeah.
Cheers, Saladin.
Saladin, I had to make the same mistake and get your sexual preferences mixed. stuff. But yes, you're a boy.
Preferences.
Is that Kosagan? Kosigan?
I want to say cosine.
Kosagan.
I was just go cosine.
Oh, cosine. That's good. Yeah. Soul Brother. Good to see you, boy.
Soul Brother. Has to be done every time.
Steve-O, 1982, and of course Adamski's in there as well. So hi guys, welcome to the fun or something like that.
It will be. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a madhouse today. Let's do some housekeeping stuff real quick. So last week, regrettably, at the very end of the show, we announced this giveaway, and we know that some people heard it, but we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to hear this, and that is that we are giving away a ticket to EGX in 2015, of course, not 2016, so right around the corner. It is a Saturday ticket for EGX, so if you have a funny accent that sounds closer to Bongo the Saint's accent than it does my accent, which should tell you that you need to be in England, most likely. Thank you, Robin. But if you want to go to EGX and you don't have a ticket, I think it's all sold out now. I could be wrong. I
think Saturday's all sold out.
Yeah, so we have a ticket to give away. All you need to do, email the podcast at g4te.com. Send us in what game you're looking forward to seeing at EGX, and you could be a winner of that ticket. So get them in, and looking forward to EGX. It's shaping up to be a great show. Bongo.
The second prize for the person who wins the ticket is meeting me at EGX. So the winner of the ticket, please let us know, and we'll arrange a meetup on the show floor, and I will sign your forehead.
This may be a discouragement, by the way.
Yeah, it
might be.
First prize is not meeting me.
Yes, first prize. The grand prize is being able to choose not to meet Robin and have your forehead signed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So look, if you're in the vicinity of EGX and you can get there, and you've never been, fantastic thing to do. Great show. There will be a lot of the community guys there from Boss Wave, from Veteran Gamers, from Midlife Gamer, all loads of guys. We meet up, we have a bit of crack, bit of fun. So the games are great to see, but the social side is even better. So enter this competition if you've never been. Great opportunity to come along on the Saturday. So hopefully to see the winner there.
And you know what, Robin? It's not just guys that may be there. This actually, I wanted to give a good shout out to Sarah Eagles because female gamer. She wrote in. She was potentially wanting to jump into this competition for the EGX tickets. So we have her entry. But most importantly, I just want to give her a shout out for listening to the show. It's not often we hear about female gamers, and more often than not, we mistake male gamers for female gamers on the show. But Sarah, bona fide female gamer, thank you for listening to the show. And for sure, I'm pulling for you to win the ticket. I'm just going to say that, just get that out front. We need more female listeners. Come forward. That's all I have to say.
You're pulling for Sarah to win.
I am pulling for Sarah, yes.
Excellent.
Then we know she's not going to meet you.
She's not going to meet me. I'm stuck in the U.S., yes.
Not you.
No, yes.
Him.
Yes, by all means,
I
yes.
tell you, look, every year, I've been going to EGX now for, 4 or 5 years, and every year it's becoming more and more balanced with the amount of people that were there. At the beginning, I remember going...
Sane and insane?
Girls, there was girls there. You could see them with their boyfriends, and they'd been dragged along, and they didn't want to be there. You could just see it. And as the years went on, more and more girls are there, enthusiastic, just like the rest of people, and why should there be any difference? So it's great to see that it's leveling out and becoming more mainstream. So cool.
Nice.
I hope a girl wins.
All right.
Anyway, carry on.
Okay, we're gonna carry on. We're gonna actually dive into some topics from listeners now. That's how this is gonna roll. We're just firing it off. So Jason Johnson wrote into the show, and he threw in he normally supplies us with our trivia, which he did, by the way, send us some trivia. But he also wanted to throw out a topic to us, so I thought I'd read that out real quickly. Hey, OC crew, how's the podcast going so far? I guess so good, Jason. In addition to sending in trivia this week, I have a question for you to discuss. I'm currently taking a class in school called Advanced Level Design. He's asking us a question about, I think, level design, which is going to not end well, I think. Anyway, we had a discussion topic recently that got the whole class debating heatedly, and even brought another professor in because the actual class professor was on a different side. So I wanted to ask your opinions on the subject. What do you feel is more important to a game, gameplay or story? Good luck, have fun, and keep up the great work. I think, and my opinion, of course, is the
Rules
only
all.
opinion. Actually, yes. I think it is very dependent upon the game you are making or game you're trying to make. So, obviously, if it's a platforming puzzle-based game, I think gameplay absolutely 100% is king. I don't think you can have a platformer or a puzzling type game that has broken mechanics to it. That said, I think if you are creating say an action-based single-player experience similar to The Last of Us or Uncharted, Gears of War is a tough one.
Come on, that's not a tough one.
Well, no, because what I'm going to say is I think story actually takes precedence there. I think a strong story is almost more important than the gameplay aspect. But as I'm saying this, and I'm saying this in my head, I'm starting to backtrack a little bit because I think ultimately gameplay, I think, trumps out everything. I think if you have bad, broken gameplay, it's not going to matter how good the story is. You're always going to be citing that the gameplay is crap. But if you have, say, adequate gameplay and it's decent mechanics, then a really great story can help that game shine. And my example of that, to be very honest, and some are going to hate to hear this, but The Last of Us. I didn't find the gameplay mechanics to be great. They were decent, but the story was fantastic. And so I loved that game, but I wouldn't sit there and tell anybody that gameplay of The Last of Us was what made that game fantastic. What made that game fantastic to me was the story. It was the direction and the voice acting.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's exceptions, or not maybe even exceptions. You take things like a game like a couple of examples. Brothers, which was very, very odd in its control system.
Right.
Yes,
And
it
took an
was.
awful lot of getting used to. But the story was really, really good within that. But at the end, when you'd spent a few hours with it, you got the hang of the controls, and actually the control systems became part of the story. I'm thinking about the other one. What was the game? Sorry, with the little. It was all the different sized boxes and cubes, and that's all they were. And you had to jump, and they all had different personalities and
Thomas was
stories.
alone?
Thomas was alone. So if you imagine if Thomas Was Alone didn't have the voiceover, it did have a pretty good game mechanic, but without that voiceover, that game would have been pretty non-existent. You know, if it was just you jumping over blocks, it would have been crap. So
Yep.
there really has to be, in some cases, a really good balance and mix of both decent mechanics and good story to make the perfect recipe. And if when you do get that perfect recipe, you're onto a winner. But I think it happens less than more often that you get something that is pretty good, but a really good story, which makes the overall thing fantastic. It's very, very rarely you get the whole package all wrapped up in one. But I think I would rather have a good story with adequate gameplay.
Right,
rather
but let's
than this
let's take it to
Beautiful
extremes.
looking thing.
Let's take it
Beautiful
to
thing.
extremes, Robin. Let's take it to extremes.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
would you, are you more inclined to play a game that has and actually, I'm going to take this question away from you, Robin, and I'm going to give it to Kim,
Yeah,
and then we'll
okay.
give it to Nicole and get some feedback from you two. But would you rather play a game that had really crappy gameplay mechanics but had a great story, or would you rather play a game that had a really great story? And did I just say that right or wrong? Anyway, flip-flopping them out. So, in other words, great gameplay, crappy mechanics, crappy story, or great story, crappy game mechanics. What's gonna win out for you?
Her brain's fried.
Yeah.
Brain fried.
Well, I don't.
I mean,
I think
take
I'd
Dragon
rather
Age.
have a good gameplay than the good story. Although, then again, like I said, if you can have a good game, that plays well, but if the story's not there, then it kind of detracts from it a little bit. So,
But does it? I mean, well, and that's, I guess, the debate is, can you get
Killing me.
past it? Can you get past it? So if you
Yeah.
have great gameplay mechanics, but the story is just okay, are you able to get past that? But can you say the reverse? Can you say if you had a great story, but the gameplay mechanics are really crappy, are you able to get past that?
no,
And
I couldn't.
I think
I'd
I get
get frustrated.
Exactly. I get frustrated and I say, you know what, fuck this game.
Because, I mean, it's like Skyrim. I loved Skyrim. Gameplay was great. The story, I'm still a little going, that was it? Big deal. I
Right.
felt like they could have done the story for Skyrim a little bit better. But I loved playing that game. So,
All right. Nicole, what do you think?
Well, we've discussed this before. All of us have. I know that you had problems with Destiny as far as the story went, but didn't necessarily have problems with the gameplay,
Mhm.
right? If I can remember correctly.
Right. I do think Destiny plays great. I don't have any problems with this mechanic.
And it does. And I like the gameplay, but I know that there's a deeper story to it, so that intrigues me. Whereas going back like to Gears of War 1, that game sucked balls when it came to, when it came to trying to get some of the game mechanics when you were multiplayer. It would crash, it would freeze, and it would frustrate. You would get glitched in and out of the games. It was a pain in the ass. But the story made you go to Gears 2, see all the horde, you had to move on. And it was a good jump for them. They saw
Wow.
what they had, they fixed it, and moved up to something better. What?
I would debate you on that. And I'm only
And you
saying
know
with
what
the
a Gears
Gears
fan I
example.
am.
I know with the Gears example, I would. I think that as people played Gears, they fell in love with Gears not just for the story. I think people fell in love with Gears for the gameplay. They loved the multiplayer. They wanted it refined.
Agreed.
The multiplayer had a lot of flaws to it where people said this could be improved. But
Yes.
the mechanic of that multiplayer and the game itself, I think that actually was the shining piece of Gears of War, and
Because it was completely different.
yeah, and it was good that it had a decent story. I think the story of Gears of One was good. It wasn't great. The art, the direction of the story at times was pretty bad, but I mean, it was the groundwork and it was a base for a great story, I think. So, again, that's an example of a package to me of a
The
pretty
perfect
decent
combo.
story and a great game mechanic that needed refinement. So,
I played all the way through Gears of War 1 thinking I was playing Gears of War 2 because the wrong disc was in the box. Yeah. Rookie mistake.
Oh my god, I'm gonna smack you.
Seriously, that happened. But I fell in love. I'm so glad. I was told which one to play first, and they said go to Gears 2. So
you had gotten them both at the same time.
I bought a second-hand copy, and the guy had put the wrong disc in the box, and I just put it in, and it said Gears of War. So away I went, and it wasn't until I was finished that I
Nice.
realized it was Gears of War 1. So, but I'm glad. But I fell in love with it, and I do have my big boy statue in the corner here, and I love it.
Leave
I
him
can't
there.
Wait.
Leave
I've
him
played them all.
Don't touch your
I've
Gears of
read
War
them all.
statue.
Leave Mark.
But yeah, but if you think about all the games that we used to play, and Rare Replay for me has brought that up. The some of the control schemes and settings on some of the old games, even 10 years ago, how crap they were, and what we did, we just accepted it. And
Yep.
now we expect to have the fish sticks controllers from Call of Duty and Halo and the Halo control set and Gears of War, and those are those natural things that have are ingrained in our muscle memories now, and anything that's odd that doesn't fit into sort of those 2 or 3 schemes just is not accepted, where before we accepted any old crap that was put our way,
Right.
We've become picky.
press-
We didn't have a choice. I mean,
Yeah.
if every
We're
time somebody ups that bar,
Right.
we expect that to come out, whether it's good gameplay or good game mechanics. And I will step back on it, the game for me, as far as Gears went specifically, the mechanics did frustrate me, and I did like the story, but I would be more frustrated had there not been a good story, and the game mechanics would have pissed me off. I would have
Okay.
become so frustrated I wouldn't have
Balls,
played.
balls. Yep, you're right.
Thank you, but I don't have balls.
Balls.
All right. Did we reach a consensus here?
Pretty
Tom's
much.
dead.
I think so.
So, Jason Johnson, take this back to your professors, and if they disagree with us, tell them they're wrong.
Tell
That's
them they
right.
get an F.
Yes, they failed. They get an F because we have spoken.
Yep, game over.
All right, from Facebook, we did have a few other things that were thrown out there. So I guess there was a question posed out on our Facebook group, Robin. What games are we buying this year?
Yeah.
So
That was just today.
Yep. So I know we had a couple quick responses from some listeners on the forums, but I thought we could also chime in on this. What's sitting on our buy list? And let's not go crazy, but maybe in the upcoming 2 months, what are we buying this the upcoming 2 months?
Ban the games.
All
All of them.
Every game out there.
God. Fallout 4. Forza 6 is waiting, ready to
Right.
start on my machine, and has been ready to run since the day it was available. Tomb Raider, probably.
Right.
God, what else? Fallout 4, Tomb Raider. Halo, definitely.
Yeah.
What else am I missing? But I've got so much, I have to stop. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've already got so
It
much.
is-
I
it
have
is-
to stop doing it.
It is a crowded holiday. And so here's some interesting things that I started, Mark and I were talking back and forth on this about potential games that we as brothers might be getting. And I realized I think I'm going to pass on probably all of the EA offerings. Star Wars Battlefront is a tough one for me. That's the one that might make the list. But, the FIFAs, the Maddens, the NHL, I used to always buy those games back in the day. With EA Access now, I'm just going to pass. I will wait 6 months. They will come out. I will play them at that point. And I'll be able to play early access. Like I can play Madden right now if I want. So, I'll take that for a test drive, just like I will NHL and FIFA when that comes out. But so I started kind of looking at it a little more closely. Okay, well, I can rule those out. And Battlefront's a tough one. I want to play the demo first, the trial access, before I commit, because I jumped in on Battlefield 4 and I was all excited for that, and then I cooled off from it pretty quick. So I won't be getting Call of Duty this year. I'm passing on Call of Duty. It is Fallout 4 for me, and Tomb Raider. I'm going to be getting both of those, but I'll probably be playing Tomb Raider first. Fallout 4 is a long play, and that purchase could slide a little bit, to be perfectly honest. It's such a big game. It's kind of like The Witcher 3. I don't think you need to play it day one because it's such a big game. It's not like it's going to get spoiled for you in the first month of it being out. Forza 6, I know for sure I'll be getting. Halo, without a doubt. And at that point, I start looking at. I know there's others I'm missing, and I'm like, my wheels are spinning in my head right now, and I can't think of them. But I mean, there's so much coming out, and plus there's all the arcade stuff coming out too on top of it all. That we'll be buying for time.
Spoiled for choice.
Yeah. Yeah, but like Need for Speed Rivals, that's another game that I will wait because that's EA Access. I know I don't have to get that day one. I know eventually I'll probably get that through EA Access. So.
Ladies?
Yes. Kim?
Tomb Raider. That's probably about the only one. I'm kind of doing the same thing, sitting here racking my brain trying to figure out what else is coming out. Really, the only one that jumps out is probably Tomb Raider. That's it. I'm kind of the same problem. I have all these other games to play. I haven't even really scratched the surface on Witcher 3 yet. So, really, Tomb Raider's about it for me.
All right. Yeah, and by the way, Rainbow Six delayed out till December. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually really happy to see that was delayed.
He's happy for a delay.
Yes, one of the rare few times, but yes, I was happy. Nicole, what about you?
Honestly, The only thing, like Kim said, would be Tomb Raider right now off the top of my head, because my goal is to save up for an Xbox One. So I'm going to wait on games so that I have the coin for the one, which probably won't happen till the December, January timeframe as it stands now anyway. So
Maybe get a bundle with Tomb Raider in there.
maybe something like that.
Alright.
I got to watch my pennies. You know how that goes.
No. You've got big stuff going on in the background, so.
Yeah, so I mean that to me, I have to look at this whole package kind of thing for me, and then I have to wait. I can't buy a lot of games straight off, hot off the presses
Yeah,
kind of thing.
But you have a potential sister here already.
What?
You have a
A
potential
potential
sister.
sister.
Game sharing,
Oh.
it does work for those that wonder. It's a pretty great system, especially when you start going in on sharing costs, and once you figure that out, it opens up some doors for yourself. So
That's
least in
true,
cost savings.
Kim. That's
I'm
true.
not saying no. You know that.
there's only one thing Kim said no to this past week, and that was something completely different.
It was Bongo. No. Teasing.
All right, let's see. Kyle Adams, I think he had thrown in, maybe he put the question out there. I could be wrong, but I know Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is on his, he's doing the Fridge edition. He's going all in.
Wow.
Fallout 4, the Pip-Boy edition, he was one of the lucky ones that got in there on that. Lego 6, Lego Dimensions, Halo 5, anything else will have to make the Christmas list. And then Liz Goslin, No Man's Sky, which have they done a release date on that yet? Do we know for sure that's coming this holiday?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Dunno.
What is it?
No Man's Sky. That's the big indie title. I know they were hinting at it potentially coming this holiday, but I don't think that's been officially announced. And then Rock Band. God, I forgot all the music games coming out.
Oh,
Rock
God,
Band
yeah.
and
Rock
Guitar
Band.
Hero.
God,
yeah. That may have to be a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to get one of those. I just don't know which yet. I wasn't big on the music games last time, but I could see that being something fun in this household. So, there you go. All right, well, thank you for those questions, and let's dive into kind of what we've been playing. Nicole,
Yeah.
where are we at with The Witcher 3, Nicole?
Because I'm like my big long list.
Yes.
Witcher 3.
Well, we could talk about it because I could talk about Witcher 3 as well. I've been playing a ton of The Witcher 3.
I got, well, you guys know from a couple weeks ago, I got past the silver dude. I don't know who he was. And then got out of that little cave thing after me and shirtless chick found this is all I don't know what her name, Kara.
Shirtless. Don't diss on shirtless chick.
Look, I swear to God, they're like, it just drives me nuts to watch her in the game. I'm like, they need, ugh.
It drives me something, but that's totally off topic.
Oh, it drives you a different kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Or
I've
just
become a
drives you
whore in the
nuts.
game, by the way. Here, I always kind of make fun of the whole like in-game romance mechanics and stuff, and apparently, my Geralt is disease-ridden. I mean, he like every port, he's just like, hey. So yeah.
So, yeah, he docks in all the ports.
Oh, most definitely.
Wow.
And even revisits a few.
Wow.
Well, you know, you get tired, and you're like, hey.
No, but that was like us in Fable. Exactly.
Yep.
In Fable, I was a hoe.
Because they kept track, and I kept wanting to be on top of the leaderboard, So.
Exactly. It wasn't about being on top of a character. It was about
Yes.
being on top of the leaderboard.
That's right, damn it.
Yes, for those kids listening to this is not something you should strive for within high school or anything like that.
No, but the
Don't-
little
yeah.
blackout screen always made me giggle
I know, right?
with the little stuff in the background. That's the only reason I was like giggle every time. It was
Oh,
hilarious. But back to Witcher.
Yes.
I didn't get too far because I worked all week. So,
All right.
and then No Man's Sky, you can pre-order it right now, but it doesn't
Okay.
give you a date.
No release date.
of-
Well, maybe they are going to bring it out this holiday.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know why this is in pounds, but it is.
All right.
my phone's weird, but you can pre-order. I did PS4 pre-order, and it's pound $46.85. No.
It's a full. That's right. It's a full price game.
Yeah, and there's no whatever rating that is. And
No rating
there's
yet.
no date.
That's an odd one. Well, maybe it makes it. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Hopefully it will make it.
Free delivery in the UK, but I'm not going to order it for the UK.
Yeah. Free.
Send it.
Wait,
Send it
hold
to
on.
me.
I don't
Yeah,
live
Robin.
there.
Robin. It's free digital delivery in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Just think about that one for a second. All right. So Nicole, yeah. So The Witcher 3, just on my end, and Kim, I know you've been playing some Witcher 3 as well. Let's get the
finally.
Witcher 3 discussions out of the way. I thought I had got to a pivotal point in the game that I was going to be done with. I thought, you get to those points in some of these RPG games where it's like, you're at a save point. If you go past this save point, you will not be able to go back to previous saves. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I did that, and it's like, no, you'd still have a long-ass way to go. So
I know, because you were like, woohoo,
I know.
almost done.
I
and
was
the
all
one
excited.
like
I
that,
was just, I totally thought, I'm there. This is good. The story seems
and then
like
what
it's
was
wrapping
it?
up.
2 days later, you're like, fuck, we're still playing.
Pretty
the
much,
game.
yeah. I'm still.
It's bigger
still
than I
going.
thought.
It is huge. It's
I
a
don't
massive game.
ever remember a game you've played for so long, Greg. I've never ever known you to play something. like
No, XCOM. XCOM, I
I
played.
did play that a while.
Buttload, yeah.
Yeah, but you played other stuff with XCOM. It wasn't just solely. You
I
seem to be
have- I
almost
have
solely
been-
Witcher.
No, I've been sprinkling in other stuff. I've been trying to be better about that because I did realize it was becoming very Witcher focused. So
Yeah,
I do have a
golf
few other
doesn't
things.
count.
No, not golf. Not golf. Kim, what about you? So you finally you've been dabbling into The Witcher
Yeah,
finally?
what is it? I've got 13 hours, I think, in there now, so
Okay.
I'm gaining, a little bit.
Fucking baby.
I know, right? Compared to my 200 and some hours in Dragon Age, I have 13 in Witcher 3.
Yeah,
I've got
see,
some
I'm-
catching up to do.
Yeah, I'm on 300 and something for Gears.
I'm afraid to know how many hours I have in for The Witcher 3 at this point.
Yeah.
But Kim, just a quick, comparison's sake, Dragon Age Inquisition, The Witcher 3. I know you've always been a big Dragon Age fan. How's it ranking, comparatively speaking?
Well,
You
the
like-
only one thing I miss, and I caught this when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, is you're by yourself. And it's awfully freaking quiet. I miss, having my companions around with the bullshit in the background. They're talking, carrying on their own conversation, that sort of thing. So that's something I have to get back used to, is just me and my horse, riding through a white orchard with nothing around but the wind and, the
Come
rain.
on, Roach.
Yeah.
And a few ghouls here and there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, and I'm the opposite. I actually think I like it because more often than not in Dragon Age Inquisition, I was just like, shut up. Just shut up.
That all depends who you
Quit
take
your
along.
bickering. Quit your bickering. Get along.
I
Let's
liked
go.
the bickering.
I know.
What?
Most everybody does. All right. Interesting.
Because you do feel like you're playing with your actual friends.
Yeah.
Again,
Kim and
I
I-
go back to my comment of just shut up. Stay quiet.
Kim and I have a couple of good friends that constantly when we would play Battlefield or Black Ops, but
Yeah.
it was all in fun.
Right.
So
Okay. All right. Witcher 3, it's still a thing. All right, well, let us move over to Mr. Tate. Mr. Tate.
Oh, me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's been a few weeks since I've been on, so the stuff that I want to get out of the way first. Finished the story mode in Grand Theft Auto. Wow. I was always one that didn't shout the praises of Grand Theft Auto. I really hated Grand Theft Auto 4. Not hated it, just hated the characters in it. And I have to say, I held back from GTA. Brought it back from Florida this year, and I've just had a ball with it. And it's had me laughing and giggling. And
I'm
I
surprised
actually
you hated the characters of GTA 4. I actually found that those were some of my, just as far as GTA characters went, I think I liked those characters the most.
It's a bit grungy, depressing. I think Trevor, as psychotic as he was actually a very funny character and had a bit of depth to him as well. and I thought some of the twists and turns, even after you had finished the game, about his mental state was just absolutely fabulous. So I thoroughly enjoyed GTA 4, 5, 4,
Four,
5,
five,
5,
4.
5. So it was great. So
10, 4,
but I was
5.
glad to get it finished. I have to admit that coming to the end, oh, for God's sake, will you just finish it? It reached a crescendo and it got exciting. And I thought, yes, we're almost there. And then there's another mission. Just some other side thing that you had to do. So it seemed it dragged the story out just a wee bit longer than maybe it should have. But even still, it was still enjoyable as I went along. So, yeah, GTAV, damn good game.
GTAV.
Debating whether I should hold on to it now. I do have it on disc, not digitally, and I was thinking maybe I should trade it out.
eBay is your friend, Robin. eBay.
Maybe. So I've been catching up on my Tales from the Borderlands. That was episode
That's
4.
Another game I got to start.
Out of 5. Tales from the Borderlands is fabulous. I think it rates now with some of the best of the Telltale games that are out there. Where Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us were a bit darker, a bit of a dark story going on with those. Right. This is lighthearted, funny, very, very, very well written, has had me laughing. And again, this sort of episode 4 falls foul of the 4th episode, the penultimate episode, Syndrome. Not that much happened. It was more of a setup for the final. But again, still some very, very funny things that went on in it. And I never ever thought that the Borderlands would make a good sort of story. I don't know. Everybody sort of went, that's going to be crap. But it is brilliant. The characters are fantastic in it.
Yes, they are.
I was just funny looking through the credits and see Chris Hardwick was doing some of the voices from The Nerdist. That was quite good.
Right.
And I see friend of a show, Tom Bissell, that writer, was actually had put his pen to some of the scenes in that episode as well. So that's sort of the quality of writing. I think he was doing some writing in Gears as well. So yeah, that's really good. I would really recommend you play Tales from the Borderlands if you liked any of the Telltale stuff, but this is more humorous. Give it a whiz. But one thing that I've been spending most of my time in was Rare Replay. And for those of you that don't know, Rare Replay is Rare is a company that's been going for many, many years, and it's a collection of 30 games on a disc. Some of them you download. And it's from 8-bit right up to 360 games like Viva Pinata and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So it's a really, really good value proposition. I think it's only about $20, $25, something like that there. So it's very, very cheap, very, very good value. And at the beginning, I thought it was just going to be 30 games and there's a menu and the way you go. But there's just so much more to this. So it's such a slickly put together package, the way the menus work, with the way it's all laid out with the music and the graphics, and it's like done like a theater theme, like the curtains rolled back.
It's almost like a museum piece too.
Yeah. Well, part of it is as you go along, you unlock badges or stickers for completing certain tasks. Yeah, or certain playing a certain game, you earn a badge, and the more badges you earn, the more little sort of video documentaries you open up, which is about the history of Rare, or the making of Viva Pinata, or some aspect of each of the games and where they came from. And that makes it, I didn't realize that. And as well as that, then there's another thing called snapshots. And snapshots is you take a game like, say, Banjo-Kazooie. They'll have chopped the game up in little bits, so you'll have to go and maybe have 5 little mini tasks to do to complete the snapshot. And each of these games have these little snapshot things. Now, for me, the games I'm playing within it, way back when I had bought my first computer with my primary school savings account, and went out and bought a ZX Spectrum in my mum's and dad's kitchen on their colour TV. The first game I ever played on my own home computer was Jetpack, a game called Jetpack. 8-bit game, and it's brilliant. It still holds up. Now there's Jetpack Refuel, which was a 360 remake, which is like overdone graphics, new movie or new music and stuff like that there. So I mean, playing through Jetpack again just got me. You know, playing for even an hour. You take 30 games. There's 30 hours. I played Saberwolf to completion. Saberwolf is another old 8-bit.
Okay, well, I'm not going to have you
Spectrum
go
game.
through every game.
No, I'm
Robin.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, but I never could complete it. It's such a tough game. When I was a kid, I could never complete it, and I've completed it now, and that's sort of closure for me.
All right.
And the other game, it's a bigger game, an Xbox original game called Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Well, so the most important thing I want to get on this is, do you think
Yes.
Rare Replay is worth the $30 investment?
Oh God, yeah, it's worth full price, like full price title, but at this reduced rate, worth every penny. And it's amazing how my kids are reacting to some of the old games, ones that I would never expect them to go and play, and seeing part of my childhood back there again. It's very, very interesting. Some of them are pure crap. Some of them aren't terribly good at all.
Right.
But it's just interesting to see them again. I mean, Saberwolf is not a good game, but it was nice to complete it.
Yeah, there's enough gems in there of I guess good games that it makes up for those few that
Yeah.
you would think are not as great.
I would say, sorry, 3/4 of them, or more, at least more than half, 2/3, whatever you want to break it up, are good and playable games.
Okay.
No, so
All right.
so
Excellent.
yeah. And finally, and just I haven't put it on. I've been stuck on Pac-Man 256 on the iOS device,
Okay.
and that's made by the same people that made Crossy Road, and it uses some of the Crossy Road sounds. So you can imagine you're Pac-Man and you're going up the screen, and it's like an endless runner of a massive Pac-Man level, always going up, and you have to constantly keep going, avoiding the ghosts and picking up your power pills, and there's different power-ups stuff like that there. That's very addictive, and it's free.
All right.
Yeah, so try Pac-Man 256.
Pac-Man
256
256.
up as
Okay.
well. Yeah,
All right.
try it. That's what I've been doing.
Cool. All right. Well, just to wrap up my end, obviously, The Witcher 3, we know. Toy Soldier War Chest. Continuing to play that. If you like toy soldier games, tower defense games where you can actually take control of some of the turrets, it is a really good package. I'm not crazy about the pricing that they set up for it. It feels a bit cash grabby in that the base game is only $15, which is perfectly fine. That I am all for. But the things like being able to play as He-Man and G.I. Joe and Cobra Commander, which they really kind of pushed out there as that was the game, those are all kind of add-ons that basically will cost you $5 a pop, or if you do the full package, it's a $30 game. And I kind of wish they had stuck with that $15 range for this. Maybe the licensing is pretty expensive for those add-ons, and that's why it costs so much. But I don't know. Ultimately, I think 15 is the right price for the game. 15, 20 would have been perfect. 30 seems a bit steep. And Zombie. I through the power of having a brother over in the UK, I have a copy of Zombie waiting for me to play. I meant to play it before the podcast, but I decided I was going to be industrious and put together a giant shelving unit instead. I think I would have been better off playing Zombie, personally.
Probably.
But yeah, so we'll see how that port of the Wii U game translates. I've heard pretty good things overall, but the way they handle the inventory system now, whereas in Zombie you used to kind of look down at your Wii U tablet, now it's an overlay on the screen. What is going on?
It's nothing.
Robin is up to something. I already know. I can tell.
Robin wants us to look at his boobs.
Look at my boobs. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to do news quiz time. So,
Yay.
Robin, I'm going to make you
Yo.
go first. News quiz.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I thought you said there wasn't a new quiz.
Well, it is.
What's going on?
It's a news quiz with trivia. So Jason Johnson sent us in trivia. So I don't have a news quiz proper, but we do have trivia. So I'm going to make you start off on the trivia. Yes.
Okay.
So, Robin.
Trifle me with some trivia.
I don't know if you've ever played this game, so we'll see how well you do with this. Robin Tate,
Yes.
how many playable fighters are in the fighting game Guilty Gear XRD? I never played this game.
How do you spell the XRD bit?
You spell the XRD bit just as you would spell XRD. I have it right there in the chat.
How many?
XRD.
It's a fighting game?
Fighting game. Your choices are A, 17, B, 20, C, 8, or D, 14.
14.
Kim Woods, how many playable fighters are in the fighting game Guilty Gear XRD Sign? Excuse me, I left off Sign, by the way, Robin. You can complain about that later.
If you had told me that, I would have known it. Right.
Exactly. Is it A, 17, B, 20, or C, 8?
I'm going to go with the beer and say 20.
Nicole, how many playable fighters are in the fighting game Guilty Gear XRD Sign? Your choices, 17 or 8.
8.
Greg DeLacy, how many playable fighters? The answer is 17. Yes, 17 playable fighters in Guilty Gear XRD Sign. All right, yes. I don't think any of us have actually ever played that game. Speaking of a game that is right up Nicole's alley, Nicole,
I don't want anything.
on the cover of Hyrule Warriors, Link, Zelda, and another playable character appear in the foreground. Who is the third character?
Asshat.
Asshat, yeah. So on the cover of Hyrule Warriors, you've got Link, Zelda, and another playable character in the foreground. Who is the third character? Is it A, Sheik, B, Medina, C, Lana, or D, Ganondorf? Or Ganondorf. Sorry, Ganondorf. Had to look at that again.
Medina.
Robin Tate. On the cover of Hyrule Warriors, there's Link, Zelda, and another playable character appearing in the foreground. Who is the third character? Is it A, Sheik, C, Lana, or D, Ganondorf?
I wanted to say Funky Cold Medina, but I'm not going
I know,
to now.
right?
Ganondorf.
Kim, on the cover of Hyrule Warriors,
Sick.
Link, Zelda,
You're
and
both
another
dangerous
playable
questions.
character appear in the foreground. Who is that third character? Is it A, Sheik, or D, Lana?
Chic.
Greg DeLacy on the cover. No, it is in fact Lana. Yes. Wow, we are batting 1,000 at zero.
If he would actually give us trivia based on games we would play, it would so help.
Well,
just saying.
it's funny you asked that question. Kim,
No,
you
I
are
didn't
up
ask
next.
the question.
Well, it's funny that you said that, Nicole. Maybe that's a
Thank
better
you.
way to put it. Kim,
Yes.
in the game Dragon Age Origins, what is the name of the young mage who asks the player to help him escape in the mage... Help him escape in the... Yeah, this makes no sense to me. It's in the chat. In Dragon Age Origins, who is the name of the young mage who asks the player to help him escape in the mage origin story? That makes a little more sense to me now. So
I think
in
it's main origin.
maybe,
Main.
maybe, mage or mage.
Jason can tell us.
It could be the mage origin story because if you remember, you had
Yeah.
different character class storylines. So I'm going to go with the mage origin story, but what is the name of the young mage who asks you to help him escape? Is it A, Jeffrey, B, Rowan, C, Dolan, or D, Jowan?
I didn't actually play the Mage
Oh.
Origin story, so this will be a yes. But Jowan sounds right for some odd reason, so we'll go with that one.
Well, thank God Jason asked us a question that somebody played a
I know,
game
I'm like,
on.
I know that.
Jowan, it is. Yes.
It is.
Well done, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
It
right.
was either that or Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Enchantment.
Enchantment?
Santa.
Enchantment.
Oh, he said it is Mage origin story.
All right. Here is your back of the box description.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh God.
Robin, you get first crack. Here we go. I will even type it in here for you. A word has been emitted. Forge your destiny. You have been reborn. Your future unwritten. Now the fate of blank lies in your hands. Robin, what is this game? With a very short... and I will say, this was a last generation game. That's your one hint.
I played Cards Against Humanity last night, so I'm thinking of something very rude at this point.
Nice.
You have been reborn, your future unwritten. The fate of...
There's a good hint that will come with this after this. I'm assuming this is going to pass through the three of you. Maybe one of you will get it. I don't know. I already gave you one hint. It appeared on Xbox 360 and PS3. That's the hint. Robin, what do you think?
No. The fate of somewhere. The fate of somewhere lies in your hands.
Right.
The fate of some name like that, like somewhere, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, Jason.
All right. Kim, any guesses?
Yeah, no.
This is a tough one.
And it sounds familiar, but nothing is clicking. So I got nothing.
All right, Nicole.
Yes.
Any guesses? Forge your destiny. You have been reborn. Your future unwritten. Now the fate of blank lies in your hands.
Actually, nothing's in my hands. I think I drink
Nothing
wine
up
too
my
fast.
sleeves.
Nothing's in my brain.
Presto.
I like them.
No more wine on the show. Rebirth, reborn. What was the re-word? You know what? I don't know.
Reborn.
It's not Mario Kart. So
It's not Mario Kart, indeed. Okay. I think this clue might be too easy, so I'm going to give a different clue. How to put this? This game has ties to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Wait. I think I know, but I'm not sure.
Robin, your first guess.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Well done. Yes, Kingdoms of Amalur
Yeah.
Reckoning.
what?
Yes, Kingdoms
Reckoning.
of Amalur
Thank
Reckoning. Yes. So the
Yeah.
the blank word obviously is Amalur.
You
that would have
screwed
been
me
a-
up though. You said
How
which
did I screw you
generation?
up?
Because I
Don't
was
complain.
thinking like I was thinking actual Xbox, and I'm like, but the game I'm thinking of is on the 360.
Yeah, last generation. We've
Yeah.
moved on.
I know.
I haven't played that game yet.
Yeah, don't lump me in that we. Oh, you know.
You
I
have
probably
moved on,
not
young
gonna
lady.
wait.
You have moved on.
Well.
Oh snap! I sure have.
All
I haven't-
right.
That's the first time I've ever owned a PlayStation. So
Thanks, Jason.
Yes, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you. You
Jason.
gave.
Yes,
It was a good round of questions.
Jason.
It really was.
Jason.
Stumping everybody.
I got
All right,
one.
Nicole.
yes, sir.
We need to talk about games coming up that people can spend some money on. And let me just tell you, everybody, it is finally here. The tethers are off. The doors have been opened up. The floodgates have been lifted. The games are coming.
Oh, I know. Because
This
it's
is
facing
a
big
giant
Christmas
list.
season.
Yes.
Well,
Here
yeah.
we
Once
go.
fall hits, it does. So the new releases from August 22nd through, if I hadn't hit the stupid button, August 28th are Grandia 2 on PC, August 24th, Amnesia Memories, isn't that cute? Vita on the 25th, Ascendant PS4 on the 25th, Calvino Noir on the 25th for PS4, Capsule Force PS4 and PC on the 25th, Dishonored Definitive Edition Xbox One, PS4 also on the 25th. Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox One. I can't play it. On August 25th. I like all the pretty little things. Thank you. Somebody loves me. I Am Bread. Is that seriously a game?
Yes, I Am Bread.
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't
Been
sure
on
if
the PC
Robin was
for a while.
screwing with me like he always does.
No. I Am Bread. You are actually a piece of toast or a piece of
That's what I was
bread, and you
thinking.
have to. It's
Yes.
like Octodad, and you have to slop your way around the kitchen to get to the toaster. Yeah, like
Okay,
and it controls
so-
a bit like Octodad. Yeah.
All right.
Who
I
says
Am
there's no
Bread.
original games?
PS, that's not original. That's crap. NFL 16 on Xbox One 360, PS4, PS3. Please don't watch that trailer thing. Y'all will just think it's stupid.
It was definitely not as good as last year's trailer. Last
It
year's Madden
wasn't
trailer was
good.
good. Last year's
It
was
was
good. This one was a little out there.
Thank you. Yes, I need to flick on a light soon.
Yes,
won't be able
you've
to
suddenly
see me.
gone dark. Normally that's
That's
Kim,
almost
by
like
the way.
me.
Normally
I know.
that's Kim, yes.
I know it is normally. Nobody's missing anything. I'm still dressed. Mega Man Legacy Collection, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, PS4, PS3, Vita, and PC. Party Hard on PC.
Party hard, Wayne.
No, Shushimi.
Excellent.
Really? Is that Shushimi? Are we doing Shushimi? Like, are we doing sushi? Shimi's.
sushi?
Oh,
Sushimi.
we're fixing to get hit hard by a storm. So if I disappear, like totally, and not because I didn't turn on the light, you'll know why. Steins Gate, PS3 and Vita, and Until
Steve?
Dawn on the PS4.
Hmm.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Beta is available on the 26th for Xbox One and PC. Why, thank you, phone, for alerting me that lightning has been detected.
Okay.
Octodad, Dadliest Catch on Xbox One on the 26th, and Warhammer 40,000 Regicide for PC. And I think that does it.
No,
Oh my
no,
God,
it does
there is.
not.
Yeah, there's
It
more.
goes to another page. I know. Lara Croft Go. Really?
Yep, that's
Or-
similar to Hitman
she
Go
like-
from last year.
It's okay. Oh, I thought it was like something really cute and little. iOS and Android.
It
is
will
something
be
cute
because
and
it
little.
is. Yeah, it's on
It's
iOS
on
and Android.
phone. I'll have to do that. Play that. Layers of Fear on the PC. Runbow for the Wii U. They still make games for that thing. Satellite Rain PC. Azure Striker Gunvault on PC on the 28th. And Whispering Willows Xbox One and iOS on August 28th. Yeah, I know. I read and I'm like, really? Xbox One and iOS?
Strange bedfellows.
Exactly.
Indeed.
So I was like, what?
It
Yeah.
happens.
Those are our upcoming play dates.
Yeah.
Or play dates. Play
Yes, we will have you play dates for all of those games. Just wait in
right.
the lobby for us. We'll be there.
Yeah.
We swear.
upcoming games.
By the way, right now, Nicole, I keep waiting for like a ghostly aspiration to like to come up behind you suddenly, and then you're just gonna vanish altogether.
I'm just gonna scream like a little girl.
Because now it's pitch black. By the way, now okay. He's behind you. All right. Let us update some of the community happenings. We have the We Are Epic Facebook video contest going on. So that's real super simple. You record a 30-second video game clip, something you find either epically great or epically funny, as in a failure, and then you post it up on the Facebook page. And you'll get entered in to potentially win a $20 gift card to either PSN, Xbox Live, or the Steams if you want. All you have to do, go to your browser, type in epic.g4te.com, and you'll be magically taken to there via, I should say, our fantastic subdomains, which we love. We have many. All right. Project Cars. We've got some updates going on there. Robin Tate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Project Cars thing. I don't think. Sorry. The Hot Lap Challenge. I actually don't think that this has been updated. Greg.
All right. So we don't have an update for Project Cars, but it's ongoing.
No, but we do.
Yes.
It's ongoing, and it is Cadwell Park, and it's in a Ford Sierra Cosworth RS 500. And last week's standings had Stone Deaf and Gonzo at the top of the table. So the way that works is you do your lap, take a photograph of the time, and you Twitter that off to Gonzo_FK, and he will get you into the standings there, and that runs for a little while longer.
Right.
The other car racing thing that we have on is the F1 2015 Hot Lap Challenge, and it ends on 22nd of August, which was yesterday. But the results for that, and that looks like we have the winners on the PlayStation 4, is Morty 1884 with a time of 1 minute 36.49, and in second place, unbelievably tight, Manny Calavera with 136.85, so like 4/10 of a second.
Wow.
In that. Absolutely fantastic. Then on Xbox, we have Shank Mo Stab Face. Okay.
Shank Mo
with a
Stab Face.
1.7.
That's a heck of a name.
Then the Taftman, Dave the Alien, Henwood, Artful Dodger, Knight XXL, Smurf, Tastic, PG Tips, Mark Alex, Sydney Fletch, and Parsnip had all entered that, and they've had a great time in that. I'm quite sure that there will be another F1 Hot Lap Challenge coming on very, very soon.
All right. Awesome. Victories achieved. Kim, this is a little contest we love to run every quarter, kind of similar to the We Are Epic thing, but this is even easier. Every time you complete a game, you take a picture of the game, maybe the end credits or the final completion trophy. It doesn't have to be 100%, just completing the main storyline or what's considered the game proper. And you tweet that off to @g4te.com. You have to spell the dot this time, so @g4te.com, hashtag victory achieved. Tell us the game you beat. Send us the picture with your face in it. We'd love to see your smiling face there,
Yes,
too.
you gotta have your face in there.
Yeah, and then you're entered into a contest, another contest to win potentially $20 in either PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam Space Bucks. And we do have some entrants. And why don't you go ahead and read off some people that finished some games this past week?
Alrighty, we have Mark Hannix, who beat Batman Arkham Knight. We have John Mouse, who beat Styx. We have Badge Gaming, who beat Drive Club. We have S. Riffenberg, who beat Short Piece Renko. Yeah.
Tsukimi's Longest Day. I think this is just a made-up name at this point. I think.
You know what? I agree. Then we have Colin for the win, who also beat Batman Arkham Knight.
All right.
We have Adam SKD86, who beat The Order 1886. And we have another one. We have S. Riffenberg again with Mina No Rhythm. Yeah.
Tengoku.
Tennogu.
Thank you.
Tengoku.
Agawugu.
Tengoku.
Bless you. We have Amorous89, who beat The Witcher 2 Assassin of Kings. I still have to do that, as a matter of fact. We have Pixel Theater, who has beaten Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Right. And we have Amorous89 again with Beyond Eyes. And S. Riffenberg with Journey.
Okay.
Wow. A game completed that we can actually pronounce. Wow.
Yes.
Riffenberg, thank you.
Yep.
I have a feeling S. Riffenberg likes the Japanese imports. I could be wrong on that.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's okay, though. That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It all counts.
I'm just a redneck and not used to those words. I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to say anything, Kim. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah.
It's okay.
All right. You guys. Well, let's wrap things up. Let's talk about how people can participate in being just kind of part of the podcast. Every week we are now recording on Saturdays. I think that's going to be the day moving forward. So every Saturday, 3 p.m. U.S. Pacific time, 11 p.m. UK time for now. I don't think time changes are coming up anytime soon. So all you have to do, type in live.g4te.com. That in your browser gets you right to our Twitch page, and you'll be able to see us or not, and Nicole's case is sometimes, as we broadcast on Twitch. You also can, of course, if you're just on Twitch TV, just type in G4TE. Search us, you'll find us. You can always email the podcast. We love interaction from the audience, so by all means, podcast@g4te.com. We do have a Twitter account, @OC_podcast, so certainly give us a follow there. We try to keep up on random news announcements or just random bullshit. Facebook. We also have a Facebook page because we like the Facebooks, even though I rarely ever go to Facebook. Epic.g4te.com. I make fun of the Facebook page, but really it's actually pretty cool. There's a big community happening there, lots of people participating. And if you go to epic.g4te.com, you can watch all these crazy videos. You can even post up your own video and potentially win some game cash. That's a good thing. If you like saving money on games and you're a fan of Green Men Gaming, we have a little 20% voucher that you can find on our Twitter page. If you go to gmg.g4te.com, I believe that will point you in the right direction. Finally, iTunes reviews, Stitcher reviews, we certainly welcome those. So if you're so inclined to visit one of those fine apps, I guess they are now these days, give us a review. And,
Please, I want to read them off.
Yes. Well, we should actually maybe pay attention to them one of these days, but they help us.
But
They help
I think
us get seen.
Amherst was the last one to give us a review.
Getting reviews, it requires a little effort, so we do appreciate that. So we'll try and give some love to that in the future.
Yes.
All right.
RPG, guys.
Let us shout out. Well, one, I think we can all safely say we want to shout out Mark. He's a grandpa now, or soon to be, again.
Hopefully. Maybe
Yes.
in another month.
In another month, yes.
In another month. at this rate.
Yes. So, Mark, well wishes there for you and the family. Kim, why don't you start us off?
Oh, just the usual. Thanks for everybody to come and watch us and listen to us and, being gentle.
Being gentle.
Being gentle. Appreciate that.
It is appreciated.
So, yeah. So, everybody have a good weekend. And I'm, like I said, I'm GamerGirl27 pretty much everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Facebook, you name it. It's usually me. So, yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Nicole?
Right now I'm watching lightning right in the cornfield across the street.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Popcorn.
That close. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm ready to go. We're almost due for corn. And so, shouting out to you guys. Thank you very much for. Oh God, this lightning is insane.
Corn.
Oh, I'm waiting to get struck. It is.
I'm
y'all
just
not hear that?
worried about the ghost behind you.
Gosh, there's nothing behind. It sounds like somebody's bombing us right now. It's just boom, boom, boom. But anyway, so shouting out to you guys, shouting out to Mark, and hopefully him and Jenny will be grandparents tonight, because I know that it's been a long process. And shouting out to those of our lovely people in the chat, and Fraser, he's sucking up. Do you see that?
FOMO.
And you, Nick. I love Fraser. Anyway, so thank you all for listening and putting up with us and our antics. And Robin?
I have a couple of special shout-outs tonight. I want a big shout-out to Darren and Matt over at Midlife Gamer. Next weekend, a bit like the 24-hour gaming thing that we do later on in the year, they're doing a thing next weekend called Gamerama 2015, and the proceeds for their sponsorship go to GamesAid, which is fabulous charity which helps kids and sick kids and all. It's fantastic, good, very good charity, and they're doing 24-hour gaming. I think Darren is playing World of Tanks for 24 hours, God help them, and no idea what Matt's doing, but I've dropped them some money, so please go over to midlifegamer.net and drop them some money and give them some support there. They will also be organising the big games they do at EGX on the Saturday night, and quite a lot of us are going to be at it, so a fantastic yearly thing on our calendar. I want another little special shout out to Mark. over at Mojo Interactive. Webby, as a lot of us will know him, and all his crew and podcast guys there, they've decided to hang up their mics. And that's sad after 8 odd years of podcasting that they're taking a break. Hopefully it won't be forever. Hopefully they will be back again because they're always a good crowd. But big shout out to Webby and Cinema Dan and Collie Wally and all the guys that are there, Euthanasia, that I've been listening to for years and years and years. All the best guys, and hopefully it will not be the last time we hear your voices on a podcast. And again, to Mark and to the wonderful podcast crew and for driving the ship onwards and onwards and onwards, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, and to you, sir, do you want to say hello to anybody?
I would love to. I would love to shout out to Captain Kirk K. He recently followed us on Twitch. I love Star Trek, so seeing a Captain Kirk reference is a bonus. Of course, shout out to Grandpa Mark Annex, Mark Wright. I can't even imagine, to be perfectly honest, what it would be like to be a grandpa. I'm glad it's you, Mark, and not me. I want to shout out all of our community members, whether you're listening to us on through Twitch, whether you're listening to us on your iTunes or Stitcher apps. We really do appreciate you guys being part of the community and taking part and listening, because it is what makes the show in my eyes. So I really appreciate all of you. And of course, my co-hosts. I always appreciate you guys making the effort and showing up and, defying nature events like lightning strikes.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Can you not hear that?
No, it's not come across at all. We all think you're lying, Nicole.
No, I'm
Electrocution.
Oh, now Frasier loves you, Greg.
You know what? I love me some maple syrup and Canadian bacon, so I love Frasier as well.
I'm
that's
not touching his bacon.
It's maple flavored.
Okay, well, I might consider it.
Exactly. All right, that's it. We are done. We're going to wrap this podcast up. Thank you again all for listening. Come check us out next week. And between now and then, happy gaming.